up guys, welcome back to our channel. Before we get into today's video, we wanted to thank BetterHelp for sponsoring it and talk to you guys about the importance of mental health. So throughout my journey on social media, I've been super open about my personal struggles with anxiety and how it's affected my life. And so I just wanted to talk to you guys about how important it can be to talk to a therapist, because they can give you different techniques and exercises to help cope with anxiety, depression, and there's so many different things that you can struggle with. Maybe it's not anxiety and it's just needing to talk to someone, but it's really important to take care of your mental well-being.
Even though therapy is really important, it can be hard to actually take that leap and start getting help for yourself, and that's where BetterHelp comes in. They connect you with a licensed therapist who is trained to just listen and give you helpful, unbiased advice.
Something else that's super awesome about BetterHelp is that they have over 30,000 different therapists on their network. So if there's not the right person for you in your area, they have a wider range of options for you to see if you connect with someone. And also, in-person appointments might be intimidating for some people, so I think it's awesome that they have the option to do video calls, audio calls, or even just messaging. They just want you to be able to talk to someone in whatever way feels most comfortable for you.
They make it super easy to get started. All you have to do is fill out a questionnaire that we'll have linked in our description to assess your specific needs, and in most cases you'll get matched with your therapist within 48 hours. And if that first therapist that you match with just isn't the right fit and you guys aren't connecting, which is super common when starting therapy, you can get switched to a new therapist with no additional costs or anything like that.
So if you think that BetterHelp might be a good fit for you, you can click the link at the top of our description or type the link that you see on the screen into your browser, and it'll get you 10% off your first month so you can connect with a therapist and see if it helps you.
What's up guys, welcome back to our channel. Hope you're doing amazing as always. If you're new here, my name is Sam.
My name's Jess.
And guys, today we're gonna be going over how much our 2-week Europe trip that we just got back from cost us.
It was definitely a lot more than I think we originally thought it would be.
Yeah.
Or like anticipated when we were talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if we like...
I don't really know if I had a number in mind when we like were planning it.
I'm trying to think back if we like... I think we did. I think we did.
And it's definitely more. Definitely a little more.
Should we tell them what we... Well, I don't know.
No, we can't.
At the end, we'll tell you like what we thought we would have spent.
So a little overview. We went to Greece, Italy, and Switzerland. We spent like 4 or 5 days in each place. It was a 14-day trip, and we're just gonna be going over every single dollar, everything, we went through everything, and we put in a list, and we're gonna go over it. I'm kind of scared to talk about it. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, you guys ready?
I don't feel like we were unreasonable about things, but like the totals, like I don't know.
I think just looking at the total just makes it more like,
oh my gosh, but yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Let's jump in.
Let's just jump into it. Okay, so I think first we should like go over just the things we bought in preparation for the trip. Like we bought a bunch of things on Amazon, like umbrellas and like charger like adapters for Europe, portable charger, everything like that. Like a bunch of Amazon things that we needed to buy before like actually getting there.
We also bought a bunch of like different clothes that we wanted to bring, but we're not gonna include those.
Yeah,
just because like we're gonna like, even though we bought it like in preparation for the trip, we're gonna like still wear those things, so I'm not gonna count it as like a trip expense.
Yeah, but like some of like these Amazon things like exclusively.
It was like, yeah, just for this.
But main thing on Amazon was $331.21.
The biggest thing
started off with a bang, dude.
We like spent $100, I feel like, on like little things, and then Sam bought like these mics because we were gonna do our vows, and he wasn't sure if the photographer would have them, so he bought some just
little
in case
wireless mics, and then he ended up having them, so we didn't even use them, but we still bought them just for the trip.
But that was like $100 something, and then we also had to buy another suitcase, and that was $100 something. So that's $200 right there.
And then the rest was like portable chargers, umbrellas, everything like that. So that's $330 right off the bat, and then let's get into the flights. Okay, we gotta get there.
Okay, you guys, if you know how to get cheap flights, you guys need to tell me, because I will say, after we bought our flights, I saw this girl on TikTok say that she like spent, it was like $400 on her flights to Switzerland, like round trip, and she was in like the laying down ones.
That's okay. That's okay.
Like, how?
Okay, let's go over how much our cost and then how much those freaking laying down ones were gonna be for these, because I wanted those so bad. But okay, so to get from Utah to Greece for our first place, the flight total was $2,151.20. That's for both of us, like $1,000
each.
And And that flight, that was like a 25-hour like total travel time because we had like 4 different flights, layovers. It was like probably the worst experience.
I think it
ever.
was like 20 hours it said, but like with us
driving to the airport.
And then one of our flights got delayed,
yeah.
so like it ended up being like longer.
So that was $2,000 just to get to Greece. So first place, here to Greece, the longest flight.
Obviously I know that
$2,000.
ours are gonna be more expensive because we weren't just doing a round trip, we were going and then flying around,
Yeah.
and it was all these one ways, so I know that was gonna be more pricey. But still, I feel like I always hear about people getting these really good tickets, and we didn't even go like in a high season, like when they're expensive, like in the summer.
We went in almost the winter.
And that was like, we booked like over 3 months in advance, so like a good time to book. I don't know, guys.
I don't know, bro, but okay, so $2,000 to get to Greece, and then after Greece, we went to Italy. So we flew into Rome. That flight for both of us was actually only $554.63. So that was like $250 each, not too bad. And then after Italy, we went to Switzerland. So we flew from Rome to Switzerland, and that was actually really cheap. So that was $185.80 total.
Okay, that's
$90
else.
each. That was cheap.
We're gonna get into the trains, but I will just
we're
say,
getting into that. We're getting into that.
I will just say, everyone talks about how cheap the trains are, which maybe it is if you get like that pass, but I feel like it's,
bro,
I don't know the details about that, but I've heard like, I think you just do that if you're gonna be there for like a really long duration, which we were only there for 2 weeks, so it didn't make sense for us. When we were only in Italy for like a week.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, the tickets were way more expensive, so I'm glad we decided to like fly, because that flight,
$185 for a flight
for 2 people is cheaper than a lot.
The train would have probably been like $400 for that long of a distance.
Probably. So anyways, we'll get to that, but that's a really good price.
Okay, $180, and then from Switzerland all the way home was $1,638.16.
So a little over 800 each.
Our total on flights was $4,829.79. Bro, just to get there and get home. Not even hotels yet, not even food.
Not even trains
About $5,000 with the Amazon in that so far.
Yeah.
That
just to get to the main.
We ain't even sleeping over yet. Okay, so
while we're on the travel, let's go to trains.
Okay, this is gonna. I don't have like a breakdown with trains and Ubers and everything, and they have these like little scooters that we like pay for, like little like bird like scooter things.
But
I didn't break it down, but the majority was gonna be trains.
Yes, majority was trains. I was just gonna say we flew from Rome to Switzerland for $185. Our train ride from Rome to Florence, because we
2-hour
flew
train
into Rome,
ride in Italy.
And that one-way train ride was over $200
for a 2-hour train ride.
So that was crazy. I think we spent another $200 when we went to Cinque Terre.
That was like another 2 hour, bro. Like a 2-hour train is $200, bro. Like, so the total for transportation, Ubers,
scooters,
trains, scooters,
anything we traveled around,
anything else is an additional $1,616.42. So like get there, fly, and then to get around before the other flights move, just transportation.
So now we're
$1,600.
We're over $6,500.
Just on transportation.
Travel and like preparation. Oh wait, we forgot to say something. Okay, when we were booking our flights, Sam really wanted to get those laying down seats, and I talked about someone had it really inexpensive to do that. When we were looking to upgrade,
dude,
guys,
okay,
it was insane.
It was like each way, I think it was a total, like for both of us to do it, each way was $6,000. It
was like, yeah, 12 grand.
It was gonna be 12 grand total to like get those seats. I'm like, you know how bad one of those though, bro? I was like, dude, that would have made it. I mean, we did it that without it.
He was contemplating it. I said no way.
No, I wasn't even contemplating it though.
You
like,
were kind
no
of
way we
thinking
spend that money.
You were thinking about it.
I mean, I was thinking about it because you know how nice that would be?
I said, Sam, that's a whole nother vacation.
No,
we could go to Mexico for 2 weeks on that.
No, we ain't doing that. I wasn't actually thinking about it.
There's no way. I can't bring myself to spend that. Like, I know.
I would never.
I know it'd be nice, but like, I'd much rather just suck it up and like give that money to my family than like
no way.
Spend that on comfort.
No way. Okay, moving on. Hotels. Oh gosh, this is so bad, dude. Okay, so I'll just go over this. So in Greece, we stayed at 1 hotel. In Italy, we stayed in 2 Airbnbs. And then in Switzerland, we stayed in 2 hotels because we went to different places. So Greece, for the 1 hotel, was $2,382.
Which I will say, you can definitely stay there for a lot less. There was a hotel that we really wanted to stay at because it was beautiful and it had this beautiful like infinity pool. And Sam was like, we have to do it.
Well, and there was like cheaper options for the rooms.
But Sam was like, that's when we're actually spending our anniversary. And he was like,
splurge a little
you're
bit.
only gonna be there once. was, the room was actually a lot less expensive than it normally would be during the on season too.
Yeah,
so
no,
we were
true.
just, I forget what that broke down to per night, but it was
probably about $500 a night,
which is
plus
a
tax.
lot.
It's a lot. It was a lot. You like, we don't usually spend that money on hotels, but like
honestly. It did have free breakfast, which was included.
it was nice. It was nice. It was for our anniversary. It's justifiable. Okay, so Italy for the 2 Airbnbs together, so this is all together, was $1,269.34. So they're just Airbnbs, nothing crazy. Just like the Rome one was ghetto. I'm gonna tell you right now. We stayed in one night in Rome because that's where our flight was the next day.
The pictures look nice, but in person it just like, you know, the pictures make it look nice, then you get there and it's like, it looks really cheap.
Dude, the lock on the door had like 5 deadbolts. It was sketch.
Because Rome's like a lot more ghetto than we like expected, I feel.
Yeah, it was. So I'm glad we only stayed there one night. I'm not saying anything guys
there
wrong
might be
if you
nice
live there.
areas too.
Yeah.
Like we stayed by the Colosseum, and I think like Florence, everything's like pretty close, and I could be wrong. This is just from our experience.
Yeah.
Everything seemed really close. When we were like in Rome, that like one day we were like traveling and Ubering all around to see like the main like touristy attractions.
Yeah.
But there was a location where the fountain was that looked really nice, and I wish we would have stayed maybe closer to the, is it the Trevi Fountain?
We probably would have had a better experience.
So maybe like there's parts of Rome that are nicer, but the part we stayed in, I felt like we were ready to leave after that one day.
Yeah, okay, so boom, Greece and Italy, and then in Switzerland, we kind of did the same thing. We stayed in one hotel the majority of the time, and then one hotel the night before our flight because it was closer to the airport. So the total for those two together was $1,800.95 or $1,895.52. So that was a lot more expensive than Italy. Pretty much half of that was the one hotel close to the airport. You want to explain that, Dave?
Yeah.
You want to explain that one?
So we stayed in Interlaken for like the majority of the time, but our flight left at 6:45 in the morning. When we were
2 hours
home.
from the airport.
And yeah, Interlaken is 2 hours from Zurich where we flew home. So we decided, okay, well I found this. Okay, when I was planning all this, I was looking on TikTok for places to stay, things to do. And just for like reference, like everything up in Interlaken, like some hotels are open there, but like we wanted to stay at one hotel in Grindelwald and it's all closed, like everything's shut down in November. So I was like, okay, where can we stay? And I found this resort, it's called the Birkenstock Resort and Spa. Dude. And I saw these videos of the pool and how like luxurious and beautiful it was.
Oh dude,
So anyways, we were just decided, it was super expensive. We got like the least expensive room they had.
And it was like $1,000 for the night.
Yeah, it was like $895 or something. I think like
it was like half of the total.
It was basically $900 for the one night we were there. But we were like, it'll get us halfway to the airport, so it'll be closer. But we won't have to wake up as early. And we still had to wake up at 3:30.
Yeah.
But we would have had to wake up at 2:30. So it gave us an extra hour, and we were like, that'd be a really nice way to.
It was nice. The pool was hot. It was a nice relaxing.
Because our hotel didn't have a pool like the rest of the time, so it was nice to like be able to get in the pool
before the long like travel.
But I will say one of the main reasons I wanted to stay there is because I thought we could do like a really cool TikTok like in the pool or like get some cool pictures. But they had this like, I think it's stupid. It was a stupid rule where you can't take out your phone until 5 p.m.
They had like from like 9 to like 10 in the morning you could take out your phone and take pictures, and then like from 5 to like 7 in the evening.
And we got there at like noon, so it was already past the morning time.
Yeah.
And we were like, so we get there and they're like, you can't have your phones out. And I was thinking, oh yeah, like they're not gonna be watching.
No, bro.
No, there's
dudes were coming up to us.
We weren't even taking pictures. We were just gonna take our phones out like on the balcony, like pool area with us.
Yeah.
And they were like, just so you know, you can't have your phones out. And we were like,
buddy.
Okay. And so we're like, we'll come back at 5 and take the videos. No, it was dark. And like all the steam was coming up because it was like you could see the steam, and so you couldn't even see the view. Anyways, it's a silly, stupid problem, but
the hotel was nice.
But when you're paying that much, you like want to get some videos of like what you're paying for. So anyways,
stupid, but okay. So the grand total for hotels was $5,546.86. So more expensive than the flights, almost the same price, but a little bit more. Okay.
You definitely could save there. We definitely splurged, just because I think when you're doing content, you really want your videos and things to like have an aesthetic to them. But I feel like you get away with doing like,
and it was our anniversary trip, and you know, it's just
first time to Europe. We did splurge.
We splurged. Okay, I don't know. We did. So okay, let's move on to the cash that we pulled out at the airport so we could have euros to tip and to buy stuff with. So we took out 500 euros, which cost us $641 US because there was a huge fee at the airport and just like the currency exchange. So that's $641 to get 500 euros, which we use for tips and stuff like that. And then parking at the airport, just leaving our car there, picking it up, was $169.75. $1.75 for 2 weeks. Not too bad. Our data, our cellular data, like for out of the country, was $10 a day each. So that added up to $280 to just use our phones, not on Wi-Fi while we were there. Okay, so that covered a little bit of the little things. So now we just have food left and our excursions, like the activities we did. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. Yeah, okay, the food total for the whole entire 2 weeks, and this includes a little bit of like gifts, like shopping, which wasn't much. No, it's just like a couple.
You got like
trinkets.
One sweater. I got like at the market in Italy. I got like a little purse for like $24, and then we got like a couple little gifts,
like earrings and
like
stuff.
Maybe we spent like $150, $200.
Yeah, I would say max. Yeah. Okay, so the total for food for the 2 weeks was $1,433.82.
So let's say $1,200.
$1,200 on food probably for 2 weeks.
And
about $100 a day on food, I'd say.
Yeah.
Average for both of us.
We had a couple free breakfasts, but like the food in Greece and in Switzerland was pretty expensive.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Especially in Switzerland.
Switzerland was expensive.
Guys, at that expensive hotel, we got these like chicken club sandwiches, and like they were $50
each, dude.
For a
little like, dude, the crust was cut off. You didn't get the crust.
I liked that, but like
it was nice, but you know what I'm saying.
Tiny.
I'm joking. It was crazy. $50, $100 on a lunch there. Okay.
And the dinner was like $150, and we don't drink alcohol anywhere, so like none of this has alcohol in it. We don't
like we literally just get like our entree, like no appetizer.
I'd say like only like 2 nights of the whole trip did we order a drink, and we shared it, and it was like a non-alcoholic drink.
Yeah.
So
crazy.
Just food, $1,200.
So then our activities. So we went paragliding in Switzerland. We went on a very not fun boat tour in Greece. Oh, we did a pizza making class in Italy. So the grand total for the excursions for the whole trip was $1,169.53. Which like you don't gotta do like you could just go and like.
Well, no, I think you do.
Yeah, but you don't. You're trying to save money. Like that's $1,000 that like you don't have to spend.
Definitely, you do not want to do.
Don't do the boat tour in Greece in the wintertime when it's windy.
Yeah.
Holy smokes, people were throwing up everywhere, bro.
If you guys know me, I have a fear of puking, and that was literally my worst nightmare. I had enough exposure therapy to last me the rest of my life. Let's just say that.
Dude, it was bad.
I was so grateful to get off without either one of us puking, but everyone else was like, oh my gosh.
That was the worst $300 that we've ever spent. Okay, that's it.
I wanted to say that we probably would have spent more in Switzerland on excursions, but because we went in November, everything was closed. But we probably would have spent
a lot more. I would have done everything.
They had this like I forget what it's called, but it's like this thing you sit on, like a little thing, and you like go down this like slide in Grindelwald. And then they also have like these motor carts you can take down the hill. Oh, I would have been doing all that. That number. There's like a hike you can, that number probably maybe would have been like $3,000. If it was summertime in Switzerland, I would have been doing everything. I don't know about that. Maybe $2,000 at least. Yeah, I think it might be like $2,000. The paragliding was $560 just in Switzerland. But I think that's probably the most expensive thing I would assume. That's true. But we did get saved a little bit because if you do anything in Switzerland, you have to do that. That was so fun. Ooh, facts. Okay, grand total time. The moment y'all have been waiting for. Comment down below. I mean, if you've been adding this up the whole time, comment down below your guesses from the beginning, what you thought it was originally. Wait, you want to talk about what we thought it was going to be originally, or you want to tell them first? Okay, I'll tell you what I think I would have guessed. Like before we started booking things, like before we started adding things out, like what did you originally think when we started playing? I think I thought like originally like about 10 grand-ish. 10? Yeah. I think I was thinking around the 15. You were. Like low key. Like I was even thinking maybe more expensive because we were talking friends and some friends spent like a lot more. So I was like it could possibly get higher, but I knew like. Well, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I probably got 10 though, yeah. Before booking, we thought 10. I think after we booked the flights, that was 5. And then we booked the hotels, that was 5. Yeah, so. Yeah, we were like, okay, yeah, now it's probably gonna be like 15. Yeah. Because we were like, that's about everything. But we didn't anticipate how much it would be to Uber and train around. I think that was like the biggest shock. Okay, the grand total for our 2-week Europe trip, what you guys have been waiting for, $15,718.38. Pretty much 16 grand. Oh my goodness. That was, that's a lot. That's a lot. And I just want to say, you guys can like, if you guys are planning a trip to Europe, don't like get discouraged. That's a lot of freaking money. That's a. Tell them about your brother. A lot. My brother's going like in Asia right now for 5 weeks, and he's like spending like 3 grand. Total for the whole thing. So like, if you're trying to travel, you can do it. You can do it so cheap. You can get like hostels. You can get cheap Airbnbs. I think his main thing is he just like he did his research as to like where things are probably like more reasonable, right? Because his food, like he can get a meal for 25 cents, like in Malaysia, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but like that's what he's been telling us. And
yeah.
you can stay somewhere for like $5
But
a night.
the experience is definitely like different, and I feel like doing this trip, like I just wanted like a nice, like, not luxury, because like we could have done way more, but like I don't know, I wasn't really too worried about like making it super cheap, just because I wanted to have like the best experience that we could for our anniversary and just like our first time in Europe, seeing all these places.
Definitely, yeah, it's definitely nice to stay in a nice place after you
travel
that far.
So,
but that's a lot of money.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But I'm just grateful that like we can even do that. I'm thankful for you guys for watching our videos and supporting us all the years, so we're able to do fun trips like this.
Yes. So
talk about it.
Thank you if you guys stayed this far. Comment down below if you've been to Europe. How much did it cost you, like your entire trip?
Yeah.
I guess if we're talking per person, that was about about 8,000
each.
About 8,000 each.
For 14 days. Crazy.
So let us know how much, if you went, how much it cost for you.
Oh my gosh, I can't go over it, dude.
Hashtag Europe.
Hashtag Europe, baby. And here's a post notification shout out. We love and appreciate you. Thank you guys for watching the whole video through. And yeah, if you did, comment hashtag Europe.
That's about it.
Alright, we love you guys.
And until next time.